Leave the path that's been laid out and find your own. Lao Tzu. Priya stood still, in front of a solitary tree, surrounded by a forest she barely knew, the scent of damp earth, the soft murmur of water nearby. It was as if the world was whispering something only her soul could hear. An old man, with mud-streaked hands, worked quietly by her side, planting, nurturing, breathing with the earth. He looked up. "This tree isn't so different from you," he said, and smiled, gently. Months before, in a small town in southern India, Priya had felt like a dry leaf, blown by the winds of other people's expectations. At 45, her life felt like a script filled with crossed-out lines. Married by 25, mother by 30, a stable career. That's what they all said. But life had other plans. No partner, no children. Just a modest teaching job, in a quiet school, with little recognition, and even less praise. At dinner, her sister's words cut deep. "Maybe you focused on the wrong things." And for days, those words echoed. She scrolled through photos, perfect families, smiling children, happiness staged in pixels, and alone. In the dark hush of her apartment, she asked herself, why didn't I succeed? Why doesn't my life look like theirs? Then one day, she left, took her savings, packed light, and traveled to a remote village where the trees were coming back to life, and the silence wasn't empty, but full. That's where she met him, Devanand, a man of few words, hands of earth, heart of stillness. "Why are you here?" he asked. She hesitated. I don't know who I am anymore." She waited for comfort, a cliché, a familiar lie. But Devanand said nothing. He pointed to a fragile sapling. "This tree, it grows slowly, takes decades, but it matters. Even if no one sees." Something shifted in her. Her breath caught. Tears she didn't expect. "Your dharma," he said, "isn't to live by their script. It's to discover what only you can give." From that day, she dug the soil, planted hope, watered silence. Each seed, a quiet promise. And even when the rain tore one of them away, she cried, but watched as Devanand planted again, calm, patient. That's when she understood. Growth isn't loud, it doesn't rush, but it never stops. Back in her town, she changed. She taught her students with heart. She saw her value through their eyes. She started small, workshops, gardens, support groups, words on a blog. That reached the unseen. And years later, she returned. The forest, alive, breathing, sheltering. "You've grown too," Devanand said. And Priya smiled, truly smiled, because success was never in the script. It was always in the soil. Sometimes you have to get completely lost to finally start finding yourself. Priya's journey isn't just about trees or distant villages. It's about the silence that shows up when everything that wants to find us simply disappears. As Rumi once said, "Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes around in another form." How many of us have felt like dry leaves, blown away by other people's expectations, get married by a certain age, have kids, achieve success, be recognized. But what if life simply doesn't follow that script? When the stage empties, The lights go out and the silence gets heavy. Priya's story echoes that emptiness and also the strength hidden within it. She found a new definition of success, one that's not written on resumes, but in the soil, in the roots, in the unseen. That is the deeper lesson, the value of what grows, slowly, of what no one sees, but changes everything. Maybe you're also wondering, is it too late for me? It's not, but maybe you need to stop proving your worth to the world and start discovering what truly matters to you. In practice, this can start small, writing what's been stuck inside you, planting something in your home, listening to your body, saying no where you used to say yes out of fear. Each of these acts is a seed, and yes, it will hurt, like it hurt Priya, to watch the rain wash a seedling away. But it's in that patient replanting that real transformation begins. So now, let me ask you, what do you need to unlearn to finally grow? What have you been hiding because you thought it wasn't enough? What if, like that tree, what you carry inside takes time, but is worth it? The soil of your life is already here. Maybe all you need is to plant with intention, with less rush and more truth. As Priya discovered, growing in silence is still growing. And if you feel like you need support in taking that step, check the pinned comment. There's a free mini ebook we prepared with care, with ancient stories, practical exercises. This channel grows with you, with your actions. When you subscribe, hit like, and share, you help this message reach someone who needs it too. So, make a difference now. Subscribe, leave your like, and check out the pinned comment. There's so much more waiting for you. And remember, success isn't at the finish line. It's in the care you give to your next seed.